What exactly does Niall Curry have on you that's got you to come out of retirement at this stage of your career and play Irish League football?
To be honest, probably go back about 4 years. Well, me and Niall played together at Bangor probably 20 years ago, and we've remained friends throughout that time. 4 years ago, I was managing Cumberrack. Jason Mooney is a goalkeeper. I decided to go to Tranmere Rovers. Left me short of a goalkeeper. I travelled down to Portadown one day and spoke to Niall, who was retired, and asked me to do me a favour. He came in, put the gloves on, signed for me, played maybe half a dozen games, and pulled me out of a big hole. So when he phoned and said to me about it, deep down I knew I owed him a favour. As much as I laughed at it, I just said, look, if you think I'm capable and you want me going to form, I'll go on a form. But to be honest, I wasn't really expecting playing 60 minutes between now and the end of the season. So it's probably just a favour, return a favour.
So the last few months you've actually been training with the first team, is that right? I've
trained on and off. I spoke to Niall, we train, my Linfield team train at Olympia on a Tuesday and Thursday, and sometimes we start at 8 o'clock, which is late. Sometimes I can only work to 6:30, so Niall said, you know, you're more than welcome to come and train for 45 minutes before your own training, which I've done. I've done my own wee bits and pieces. So I've kept myself ticking over. I've played a few games for Portavogie and that, so over the last few years, whilst I haven't played regularly, I've played a wee bit. But it's not the same as playing every week.
Of course. And a good win for the team in general today. How did you feel the game went?
I think the team played extremely well first 15 minutes. I think they were 3-0 up and it could have been 5 or 6. Obviously the story had a wee spell, and they're always going to have that. Second half they probably weathered the storm a wee bit, and you know, Willie showed his class at the end with a good finish.
And what about a word for Joe and Bailie? You forced him to play an Ard today.
Well, he owed me. I played for him at 37, 38 for Cumber whenever he was Cumber manager, and I had left Loughall, so I give him half a season, so I'm looking him to do the same for me. You know, listen, it's a wee bit of a fairy tale because we got our win today, and he ended up playing 60 minutes. You know, and he'd been injured for 4 or 5 weeks previously too. So it's a fairy tale, and I hope everybody, you know, obviously he's a legend here, and he deserves to be a legend here. And as I say, but more importantly, he came on and done a very good, solid job for us. And as I say, you know, he's been training with us, and he's a fit wee man, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, and is a good boy. So he's in great nick. So we'll try and get an offer out of him. You know, he's going to be a great acquisition in regards to giving us cover in certain areas. You know, right back, left back, centre half, holding midfield. So I want to keep him involved, and I'm going to put pressure on him for that.